All right, here we go, 5.4. Portable CD players on sale. It's advertised save 20, you pay 49. What's the regular price? Well, 49.99 plus 20. The regular price is going to be 69.99. What's the percent decrease? Well, that's the change divided by original. So the change was 20 bucks and the original 69.99. So 20 divided by 69.99, that's 0.286. So that's a 29% decrease. Number 12, 89.99. There's a 25% discount. Okay, so one thing to know in BC is 12% tax. So we'll have to use that info in a second here. So 25% discount. Well, if there's a 25% discount, you still pay 75%. So what we can do is we can go 0.75 times the price. And that's 67.49. Then we need to take that price and multiply it by 1.12, which is 112%, for the total price plus 12% tax. So if we multiply that by 112, the total price including taxes will be 75.59. 13. Regular price of a sleeping bag, 20% off, 13% sales tax. I'll tell you, it doesn't matter whether you apply the tax and then take the discount. Doesn't matter which way. So we should just figure out what the cost is. So 20% off, $39.95. If it's 20% off, you're still paying 80%. So multiply it by 0.8. And so the price with the discount is $31.96. And then we need to take $31.96 and multiply it by 113%, or 1.13, and that'll be 36.11 is the price. The other way around, you go 39.95 times 1.13 to get the tax, then multiply that by 0.8, and you end up with the same number. So it doesn't matter which way you go, you'll still get the same thing. Okay, 5.5, 5 cream chocolate, 2 chocolate covered almonds, and 3 caramel. Okay, ratio below. Almond chocolates is 2 to caramel 3. Cream chocolates, so 5 to caramel, which is 3. Cream to all chocolates, so 5 cream. And all chocolates will be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 1 to 2. Cream chocolates, which is 5 to almond, which is 2 to caramel, which is 3. Let's see, 8. Eat one of each kind of chocolate. What is the new ratio for part A? Oh my goodness. So we have to go through all of this, but with 4, 1, and 2. Okay, so, all right, almond would be 1, and caramel would be 2. I think all these are just going to be 1 less. 4 to 9. 4 to 1 to 2. In Mary's closet, there's 7 t-shirts, 4 pairs of shorts. T-shirts to shorts. So 7 to 4. Sweatshirts to shorts. So 3 to 4. Sweatshirts to t-shirts to shorts. Okay. Draw 2 different diagrams. Well, you could do anything. So 5 to 6. So 5 circles to 6. X, or happy faces, sad faces. I think that's 6 sad faces. I don't know. Try to 5 to 3. Again, could be anything. Letter A's to letter B's. Boys to girls, whatever. Draw a diagram, show the ratio 4 to 1 to 2. could be anything you want. So 4 check marks to 1x to 2 question marks. 5.6. Okay, this one is, I think, pretty difficult to see in your handouts because it was all shaded. So I think I said skip it, but you would just go through if you want. Green squares to red squares, well, you got to count them up. 5, and then count up the red squares. There's going to be some amount, and then reduce it to lowest terms if you want. But we won't do that. Okay. This one, ratio of boys to girls is 5 to 4, 15 boys in the class. So 5 to 4 is our original ratio, and this is boys to girls. So what you can do is you can line up the new information. So there are 15 boys. How many girls? Well, to go from 5 to 15, you multiply by 3. So if we do the same thing, we'll get 12 girls. 2 girls leave. So we had 12, now we have 10. What is the new ratio of boys to girls? Well, that's 15 to 10, which you can reduce to 3 to 2. Explain 2 different ways to get ratios equivalent to 25, 10, and 3. Well, divide by 5, so you could get 5 to 2 to 6, or you could multiply by 2, or you could multiply by 10, or multiply by any number really, and it'll be equivalent. Okay, these ones, sometimes I find it's better if you line them up in the same order. Okay, so how do you go from 7 to 7? Well, you multiply by 10, so the same thing has to happen. So H is going to be 30. This next one, 3 to 8, and 15 to R. How do you go from 3 to 15? You multiply by 5, so multiply by 5. R is going to be 40. 8 times 5 is 40. The next one, S to 42, and 5 to 6. Well, this one, how do you go from 6 to 42? It's the same way if you go 42 divided by 6. So we're multiplying by 7. So multiply by 7. S is going to be 35. And the last one, you got to look at one of the terms. So 84 to 21 looks like we're multiplying by 4. So if we multiply 27 by 4, should be 108. Okay. Write each ratio with second term 1. So divide each thing by 4. So 32 divided by 4. This will be 8 to 1. Second term 1, so we got to divide by 6. So 9 divided by 6, you get 1.5 to 1. Second term 1, so we're dividing by 144. 132 divided by 144. And you'll get 0.92 to 1. And dividing by 8 each term. So 2.75 to 1 will be that ratio. Okay. Orange juice. Okay. Okay, so there was 3 cans of concentrate to 5 cans water. Accidentally 4 cans of concentrate, so we have 4 here, were mixed with 5 cans of water. Is the mixture stronger or weaker than it should be? Well, we have more concentrate, so it's going to be stronger. Suppose 6 cans of water was mixed with 3 cans of concentrate. This one's going to be weaker because there's going to be more water to dilute the taste. Ratio of computers to students, 2 to 3. Ratio of computer students is 3 to 5. Each class has the same number of students. Which room has more computers? Okay, well, if we have computers to students, so you could turn this into a fraction. And this one you could do 3 to 5. So this is actually I'm gonna use term 1 ratio to solve this one. Okay, so if this is computers to students, I'm going to turn this into second term 1. So I'm going to divide each thing by 3. So 2 divided by 3. So there's 0.67 computers for every student, for one student. And in the second one, it's 3 to 5, so I'm going to divide by 5. So 3 divided by 5. This one has 0.6 computers for every one student. So this one has more computers. Not a lot, really, but a little bit. Numbers of bass and pike, ratio 5 to 3. They're approximately 300 bass. Okay, so now this is going to 300. How many pike are there? So how do you go from 5 to 300? Well, it's the same way if you go 300 divided by 5. So the multiplication factor is 60. So 5 times 60 will give you 300. Okay, 5 times 60 gives you 300. So 3 times 60 will be 180. This hockey team, it won 3 out of 4 games. Okay, the team played 56 games. How many games did it lose? Okay. So if it won 3 out of 4 games, this is a total, so we can use a percentage. So it won 75% of its games. So if it played, if it wins 75% of the time, 25% of the time, it loses. So if we take that percentage and we multiply it by the number of games, you'll get that it lost 14 games. Okay, last page. 2 to 5, the recipe requires 1 liter of pop. Okay, so 1 liter pop for 7 people. And how much orange juice do we need? Okay. So 2 to 5 ratio of orange juice and pop. So if we're going from, we need 1 liter. 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. So I'm gonna change 1 liter to 1,000 milliliters. And how I go from 5 to 1,000 is multiplying by 200. So my multiplication factor is 200. So if I multiply 2 by 200, I get 400 mils, which is the same as 0.4 liters. And part B, it says, how much orange juice and pop do you need to serve 15 people? Well, 15 is roughly double what 7 is. So you could just double what you had there. So 800 mils and 2 liters. And then 20 people is roughly 3 times as much. So just multiply that stuff by 3. Okay, unit rates. 120 kilometers in 3 hours. I'll do it over here. Okay, so 120 in 3 hours. So you divide each by 3. 120 divided by 3. That gives us 40 kilometers per hour. 1,500 divided by 6 minutes. So that's 250 meters per minute. Okay. Security guard earns 16 for 2 hours of work, so divide this by 2, and that's going to be $8 per hour, which is against minimum wage code nowadays. Cougar can run 312 meters in 20 seconds, and this horse can run that. Which animal's faster? So unit rate 312 divided by 20. 15.6 meters per second, and then the horse 200 divided by 15. That gives us 13.3 meters per second. So which one's faster? The cougar. Okay, meters per second. This one don't do. Okay, Molina, $57 per 6 hours. So 57 divided by 6. $9.5 per hour. How much would you earn for 25 hours of work? So 9.5 times 25 gives us 237.5. Guess that'd be 50. Unit rate, just divide this by 4. 429 divided by 4. $1.07 per liter. 2.4 kilograms, so we're going to divide this by 2.4. So 1072 divided by 2.4 gives us 447 per kilogram. Okay, per gram. And, okay, so you could go, you could get it per gram, so 199 divided by 454, but you get such a minuscule amount that I might do, how would I want to do this? You could change this into kilogram, which might be a better way of doing that. So a kilogram is 1,000 grams. So if we divide 1,000 grams by 454, 1,000 divided by 454, 2.2. So if we multiply this by 2.2, you'll get a kilogram. So let's multiply $1.99 by 2.2. So this one I would choose to put it as 438 per kilogram, and that's a little bit easier than that tiny little number. Okay, better by, so 6.2 liters. So if we divide this by 6.2 and divide this by 8.5, so 539 divided by 6.2. This unit rate is 87 cents per liter. And 731 divided by 8.5. This unit rate is 86 cents per liter. So this is the better deal. So always dollars by amount. So 5 divided by 3 or 5.99 divided by 12. So, 3 divided by 5. This is 60 cents per candle. And 5.99 divided by 12 is roughly 50 cents per candle. So the 12 candles is better. It's a better deal. 2 kilograms of grass seed, so divide the money by amount. Money by amount, so $1.38 divided by 2. This unit rate is 69 cents per kilogram. And 279 divided by 5. This one is 56 cents per kilogram. So which one's better? Well, I guess if you want 5 kilograms of grass seed, there you go. Okay, this one, time divided by 8 laps, so 18 minutes divided by 8 laps, it takes 2 minutes and 25 seconds per lap for Karan. And Javon is doing 10 minutes for 6 laps, so 10 divided by 6, 1 minute 67, well, I guess 1.67 minutes per lap. So who's faster? Well, this guy. Or girl. Aaron earns 186 for 24 hours, so 186 divided by 24. And Kayla's doing 225 and 30. So 186 divided by 24, 775, or 225 divided by 30, 750. So who's getting more? Well, Aaron is. And that, I think, is the end of the review.